Hey everybody, it's Rachel with Queer Tarot and Psychological Alchemy, here to review and unbox the Next World Tarot, which just came in today. Happy Solstice to me and happy Solstice to you. Pardon. Woo! Goodness. Dealing with some allergies today. Talk about that more. I talk about that a little more in the unboxing video. I've already got the cards out. I've played with them a little bit. That's how I wanted to come into this. I'm also going to use this video as a chance to respond to Metaphysical Mami, aka Naya. Thank you so much for that video response. I am excited that I get to talk to you again and that I get to show you these cards. So first up, let's talk about the packaging that come in. Nice, cute little box. These cards are bigger than I expected, which is great. They're actually bigger than my large Thoth cards, which is wonderful. And the borders are a lot smaller, so you get a lot more image, which is great for these because these images read really well. I really love the design for the back. This wonderful flower being encircled and constricted by the barbed wire, really showing that theme of resistance and the sacred feminine that's deep in this deck. This deck is by Christy C. Rode. She is a Chicana punk rocker who really dived into this project and put her heart and soul into it, and you can tell that from every card. I'm really, really happy that this has come. I ordered this months and months and months ago. It was supposed to be here in August, but it got delayed due to all kinds of things, and she was really good about communicating. I actually sent her a few different emails to like change my address when I moved and some other things, and she was wonderful. I highly recommend, if this is a deck that you end up liking, order it ASAP. It's wonderful, and I want to make sure that her and the artist that worked with her get as much recognition and as much, capital and push going towards them to keep making things like this. So I'm just going to grab a couple of random cards. So let's see what we get. We have the Seven of Swords, Moon in Aquarius. I like that this deck doesn't try to talk about Kabbalah at all, because for me, it feels really off and a little appropriative because I'm not Jewish. I have no Jewish ancestry, so I don't like playing with a system that doesn't resonate for me like that. I like that she keeps it more towards the astrological side of it, which I really feel like a lot of the stuff from those identities or those ideas are a lot less worrisome as far as being closed. Judaism definitely feels like more of a closed tradition, one that you have to be invited into and learn from other people, whereas astrology is more kind of for all of us, and I like that. So Seven of Swords we've got called Escape, Moon in Aquarius. We have this wonderful queer figure getting ready to head out of this place where it says, hate yourself, buy. So consumerism and self-hate and all those things that we're all looking to avoid in this next world. Just a wonderful card pull. I'm going to pull one more. Let's see. Oh, I like this change of the Two of Pentacles. Instead of balance, it's intersection, which is another kind of balance, which is a super important kind of balance that hits a different point. I also really like that she, as far as I can tell, she made a point to really mix the systems of Thoth and the systems of Rider-Waite-Smith, which make them super readable really quickly, because I came from the tradition of the Thoth Tarot because it was the first tarot that I saw that really resonated with me, that said, you gotta check this out, you gotta dive deeper. The more I've played with Thoth, the less I've wanted to do more of it, and the more I've wanted to find something that was a little more towards something more personal. Love Lady Frida Harris's artwork, the best part of the deck. Not such a big fan of Crowley. A bit too phallocentric, way too focused on the cock for me. Which is fine. Some people love it. Some people get a lot of really good stuff from his philosophy and his magic. But it's not really for me. I really think this deck is going to be a better fit. I'm going to take a quick break and I'll be right back. Alright, and we're back. So right here, I am going to make a nice little cut and show you my unboxing. A quick note, my iPad was screaming at me to be updated and I didn't realize that that's what it needed, so it kept cutting off while I was making the video. So there's a lot of cuts in there, but I'll try to put it all together and make it nice and coherent. I actually like how simple the package was and what I got with it. So please enjoy. Alright, I'm super excited, just covering up my address there, but you see up top we have this nice Next World Tarot sticker, and on the back has this wonderful signature and a thank you. I'm definitely going to cut that out and save it. But let's open it up and let's see what came in. Be real careful up here. Right. Oh, look at that lovely book. All right, so let's take a quick look through this. Oh, wonderful. Very simple, going to be fun to read. Definitely looking forward to going through that. And, oh, look at that. Goodness. Such a beautiful, beautiful symbol to use. Locked away behind the barbed wire. All right, let's open it up. So my device keeps freezing up, so the cuts are just me trying again. I want to get through this. So we're starting off. The first card that comes out is the King of Cups. Look at that. The Queen of Cups. Just one of the first cards that I saw that really awoke something in me. Oh, we have the Knight of Cups. Let's take a look through. 6, 4, the 10 of Swords. If you've been looking at Christy C. Rhodes' website, you've definitely seen that image. Let's try again. Let's see. These are wonderful cards. They're nice and big. The imagery is wonderful, and I'm excited to try these out in a spread, which I will do after I have updated and let this thing charge. Oh, that's such a good magician. Do we have the full back here? All right, so I have updated this iPad, and it should stay on. I'm going to do a quick little 3-card spread to have the cards introduce themselves. So here. Oh, 2 wanted to come out. And here. There's our 3rd. If it sounds like I have a bit of a sniffle, it's because I do. I have a dairy allergy, so if I have dairy by accident in a day, I will sneeze for about the next 6 hours. So, just going to wait on that to pass. But I wanted to get this video done because I really wanted to open this, and I wanted you all to see these cards. First card is the 10 of Cups, Safety. Ooh. Second one is the 9 of Cups, Happiness. And the 6 of Pentacles, Redistribution. So one of the things that I really like is I feel like Christy did a good job of mixing Rider-Waite-Smith and Thoth in a way that works really well, and that I feel like I can read just from the beginning. I will read from the book after this, but I just want to look at this of the 10 of Cups is kind of where everything comes back into harmony, and you see these 2 figures and a cat. You see the 10 cups beside them, and they're sitting in a neighborhood that looks like it's slowly coming together. There's people that look like they've been there for a while. They've got plants growing in the back. They've got more cups back here as well. I really love this card, and I love these 2 figures. The 9 of Cups, Happiness. Same card corresponds in the Thoth deck, and I really like that it has that sense of just that little bit of excess and happiness. You see these things dripping off of her, or I should say them. And you see them eating the grapes, and you see the cups tumbling over behind them. Beautiful card. I also love the sunset right here. Over here we have Redistribution, which is the Six of Pentacles, which I think is gain in the Thoth deck. And in this one instead, you see it as taking what's there and redistributing it to other people. We have these two characters. They're carrying disaster relief and emergency supplies and giving them away. I really love that there's multiple different kinds of bodies here. There's some nice gender fuckery going on that I like in this card. Same with both of these, actually. I really love the clothing and the designs and the color. I love the size of these cards. They feel really good in the hand. They can be a little hard to shuffle because of that, but it's no different than a full-size Thoth deck, which is what I've been using for about 4 years now. Yeah, so there's our first little introduction. If you have a specific card that you want to see, let me know in the comments below, and I'll make sure to take a nice picture of it. I'm kind of in a hurry today, so my lights aren't the best. Welcome back. So I'm going to use this spot to talk specifically to you, Naya, and to everyone else who's watching. You asked me, so I asked you about the Jade Oracle and the Next World Tarot, and you talked about with the Jade Oracle that the more Mesoamerican deities, more towards that pantheon, didn't really, you don't know enough about it to really connect with it. And you asked me how I felt about it. I'm slowly getting there. I'm working towards reconnecting with those essences, with those forces, with those deities. The word gets a little weird when you're going into more decolonized forms of looking at the world. But what I will say is that the images and the things that are being talked about there, I've been studying. I'll show you an oracle that I've been using that is in a similar vein, which is why I wanted the Jade Oracle. This deck is called the Toltec Oracle, and it has things that are more for the day signs and more for the ideas of various energies, essences, deities. The word that's used for them is theots, or theos, depending on your pronunciation. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong too, because I haven't heard very many native speakers speaking Nahuatl. But I hope to. I hope to actually go and visit people that still speak it. There's more than 1 million people who do. But these cards are really pretty. They're done by Victor Sanchez, who I don't know enough about his work to really say. He was definitely a fan of Castaneda, and you know, if you don't know about that, he made up a bunch of stuff about this indigenous group and this person that he worked with, and it was this whole big thing, and it was a big part of the New Age movement. It still is. His books are still being sold. So I don't completely trust the source. With the Jade Oracle, I'm really curious because the women who are working on it have been studying both academically, Mesoamerican tradition and spirituality, and also are active as priests and other positions within indigenous groups. So that makes me really want to see what they come out with and really connect with that a little more to deepen my studies. I've got a bunch of books that I've been reading to try to connect with the cosmovision of the people of ancient Mexico, which I'm half Mexican. My family assimilated really hard, so there's really not much information beyond, we lived in part of Mexico, we moved up through Texas, and then we moved to Mississippi. That's as far as I can get. I also know that my grandma, her name goes back to Chile. Not very useful. So I've been trying to connect with that, and when I do, you asked if I used other forms of divination, I definitely check in with my ancestors as much as I can, and I try to get what information I can from them. And it's hit or miss, but they're definitely out there looking for me, and I like connecting with them. You were talking about putting the Next World Tarot on your wish list, and Naya, you are going to love these cards. I just got through talking about them for a while, but they're lovely. They feel good in the hand. They're nice and they're slick, which I think a lot of people don't like, but I actually really love how these feel. They feel protected. I feel like I could spill coffee on them and wash them and it would be fine. Which is great because these are going to travel with me all the time. These are going to be my go-to deck. I've got a wrap ready for them and everything. And I really hope that you get it soon, and I want to know when you do and what you think. And I really like that it kind of reflects that Thoth style in a way that works for me. And since right now you're studying Thoth decks, it'd be a great way to kind of sneak it in, right? I love that you've been doing private vlogs to do your tarot journal. I think I might start doing some that are more public. I'll try out a couple of private to see if I like it. And I want to start doing a card a week or a card of the day. It might also be fun. We can talk about this more directly, but maybe we could switch off. I could do one day, you could do the next. I think it'd be a really fun way to engage each other and to engage YouTube a bit more. How long have I been reading? I have been, excuse me. Hard day. I've been reading for going on 5 years now, 4 or 5 years. The first deck I picked up was this Thoth deck. I saw a reading with it, and when I saw the cards, I knew that this was a deck I wanted to learn with, because although the Rider-Waite-Smith never ever grabbed onto me, these images really did. And I got a couple of books on it. I read through those to really get an idea of what Crowley and Harris were going for. And it's been really great. Those are still the ones that, like, if someone's like, hey, I want a reading, and if they're going to pay me for it, those are the cards I want to go to because I have the most connection to them. And I'm really used to getting those symbols to bring out things in other people. But I really do want to switch to the Next World Tarot for the reasons that I talked about before. I want a deck with more representation for people like me and people like the people in my life. I want more queer representation. I want more trans representation. I want more non-binary representation. So these cards are going to be the ones that I use exclusively in my videos for a while. I really want to give as many shout outs as I can to Christy C. Rode for making a deck that just feels good. You asked what style of tarot I used. Well, Thoth has been my go-to. Rider-Waite-Smith. I like some of the cards, but a lot of them, it's just a little too Christian, a little too esoteric. Like, that intersection just doesn't vibe with me. I grew up really like Southern Baptist and Pentecostal, really fundamentalist Christian, and I don't really like those ideas. I don't really want to be a part of them anymore. And I know that a lot of Rider-Waite-Smith breaks away from that, and it's like the secrets that are hidden behind a lot of that stuff. And for a lot of people, that's great. But for me, it just doesn't work. Marseille, I really do want to check out a Marseille deck. I haven't actually gotten to play with one. I like yours. Thank you for showing me. So I definitely want to check that out later. Other forms of divination, mainly just checking in with ancestors, scrying in water. I have a stream out behind my house that I love to go look at. And that's mainly all I've been doing. This page here is going to continue to be devoted to magic and other tarot. I have a feeling we might cover some of the same subjects. And if so, I'm really curious to see your take on things. Well, that's it for today. I'm going to go lay down and watch some more Little Witch Academia, which if you haven't been watching, it's on Netflix and it's lovely. Literal magical girl anime. Love it. What I would like to ask from y'all, what is your favorite deck? What style did you first learn on? And what other forms of divination are you using? Also, what do you think of the Next World Tarot? And what would you like to see me review next? Oh, wait, I almost forgot. I got a Secret Santa gift of the Wanderer's Tarot, which I will be reviewing next time, but I will do a quick preview. Oh, this is wonderful. Look at this Ace of Feathers. These cards are wonderful. They're done in scratchboard style. It was a gift I was not expecting, and I've enjoyed doing a few readings with it. I may also use this one from time to time. Let me know what decks you have or wanting or getting, or maybe a deck you want to review. Also, let me know if there are any books or ebooks you think I would enjoy reading to help with my tarot and astrological and divination journey. I'd really like more info on connecting more deeply with my ancestors. So if that's something that you know about, let me know. Well, I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day. Hope you're enjoying the solstice. Bye-bye.